that didn't look very good in the first week, so both of them are looking to rebound, and so they're a good rivalry over the last couple of years, and so we do expect a good game tonight.
Yeah, one team, as I said earlier, is going to walk out of here 0-2. They do not want that kind of start. Now, we're not done yet with our coverage. Pretty cool stuff coming up from 7 to 7:15 today.
That's right. On Facebook and on YouTube, we are going to have 15 minutes of pre-game coverage taking you right up to kickoff, and so make sure you tune in on both YouTube and our Facebook page as well.
All right, that's coming up live at 7 o'clock as we get ready for some football here in Cincinnati tonight. Texans and the Bengals. Keith and I will see you, everybody, on Facebook and YouTube coming up at 7 o'clock. Back to you guys.
All right, Randy and Keith, thank you both very much. Let's check in one more time at the big Texans kickoff party at Bagby Park.
Our Chip Brewster is live there tonight. Chip?
Hey guys, we've been just rocking out to music by the Slags, the band behind me. Give me a wave to the camera. There we go. So they've been providing the soundtrack to this free event. Been going on from 5 to 7 down here at Bagby. We've had cheerleaders, bags, table tennis, but food, drinks, and then a bunch of kids dancing. They just stopped. I was totally going to put them on TV, but what are you going to do? Obviously, it's been a whole lot of fun, and this has been the official event here in Houston. So from all the fans out here, go Texans. That's what I'm going to... Oh, there he is over there. Oh, he stopped dancing. He's cute, though. Well, let's just show the cheerleaders instead, then, shall we? Show the cheerleaders. Show the cheerleaders instead. Show the cheerleaders, Ty. There we go. Thank you. All right, there we go.
There we
All
go.
right, it's been a lot of fun, guys. I'm gonna toss it back to you, though.
Okay, Chip, thank you. And let's go live to Zum Barrel Live up in North Houston, where the Texans Latino fans are holding their watch party.
Our Lainey Fritz is there. Hey, Lainey.
Hey, that's right, guys. I'm here with Crystal and Miliano, and we're going to get some predictions from them. So do you think this week they're going to turn it around from that embarrassment in week 1?
Oh, yes, they will.
And what do you think about Deshaun Watson making his first career NFL start?
He's a great player, and I enjoy watching him.
Okay, now I've got to ask this adorable little one right here. Here, face the camera here so everybody can see you in Houston. Who's your favorite player?
Brady.
Brady? What? Brady is not on the Texans. Who's your favorite Texans player?
Tom Brady.
Oh, okay. I think on that note, I've got to send it back to you guys.
Well, he knows he's cute, that's for sure.
Live television with children. All right, Lainey, thanks so much.
How do you beat that? Our coverage isn't over yet.
I know, right? Well, I tell you what, it's going to be beautiful for Tom Brady.
That's hilarious.
So look, game day forecast really very nice. The Texans and the Bengals, 67 at kickoff, which is just a few minutes away. Calm winds out there. In fact, they have a nice quiet night, just beautiful. 65 at 9, dry skies will continue, and 63 at 11. No complaints here or in Cincinnati, so have a good time.
Yeah, look nice
wherever
out there
Tom Brady may be tonight. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so go to our KPRC2 Facebook page right now, or you can search KPRC2 on YouTube to see more live reports from Cincinnati leading up to the game.
Kickoff is at 7:25 right here on Channel 2. We'll see you after the game.
Go Texans!
Woohoo!
Was that you, Frank?
That was me.
Good evening from Cincinnati, Ohio, outside of Paul Brown Stadium. Randy McElroy alongside KPRC anchor Keith Garvin. We are ready for some football coming up here. The Bengals and the Texans. Keith, Thursday Night Football, national TV tonight.
That's right. Bengals fans and Texans fans are here in town as well. They're ready for a big game as well. Neither team wants to start off 0-2. Pretty poor performances from both teams last week, and so one of these teams wants to get back on the right track.
Kickoff's in about 25 minutes. Pretty cool. Coming to you via Facebook and our YouTube channel. Getting live outside as these Bengal fans and a few Texans fans. I've seen some Texans jerseys, Keith, making their way in. These Texans fans disappointed after what happened. They want to win tonight.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We connected with a number of fans who were here in town earlier today. They had some of the Cincinnati famous chili. They say it's not like Texas chili.
Yeah, how good was that?
Yeah, they said it's not Texas chili, but aside from all that, they certainly want to come out and see the Texans do really, really well and get back on track. Let the defense be that defense we thought they were going to be, and whoever the starting quarterback is, well, you'll have more on that. Hopefully they can do the job and get it done and lead that offense as well.
Yeah, as we've said over the last few hours, barring any kind of issue pregame, Deshaun Watson's going to start tonight. He had that ankle injury, so hopefully it'll hold up. We'll see if that transpires when they kick off here in about 25 minutes. It is Deshaun Watson's birthday today, so how cool is that? He's going to get that first start. He turned 22. He's fired up as well on his birthday, making his first NFL start. Let's talk about the quarterback matchup now, if we will. You know Watson's story, the rookie. On the other side, Andy Dalton, who's been in the league for a while now, from Katy High School. TCU. Hasn't fared well, Keith, against the Texans in 6 career matchups. He's 1-5. He wants that to change tonight.
Oh, that's right. And, for him last week, he actually got booed by at least a few fans on the way out of the game last week. And so, last week he was 12 of 23. At least Watson was 12 of 23 compared to Dalton, the veteran, who was 16 of 31. Watson had 102 yards. Dalton was able to throw for 170 yards, but he threw for 4 interceptions.
That can't happen tonight. No. I mean, he heard it from the fans here in Cincinnati as well. When that game was over, the fans let him have it. They were not happy with what transpired in that game. Shut out 20-0 by Baltimore. So this is a hungry football team coming out just like the Texans tonight.
Almost definitely. There may be some folks in Katy who probably want to see Mr. Andy Dalton do pretty well, but overall, Houston Texans fans are hoping he doesn't do well enough to get that victory over the Texans. But a big day. It's interesting because Watson is the rookie, and we definitely want to see a big day for him, but there is a level of pressure. And then you have the veteran, Andy Dalton, who has a lot of pressure on him as well.
Well, here's what I'm concerned about personally. This offensive line of the Texans, atrocious on Sunday. I'm sorry, just being honest here. It was bad on Sunday. That loss to Jacksonville, with or without Dwayne Brown. Even if Brown was here, he would help some, but the rest of this line just is not getting the job done. I don't expect it to get the job done. So now you got a rookie out there. My concern is, will he get any protection, and the likelihood of a big hit, maybe an injury? You hope that stays away for one.
Almost definitely, because he's went into the second half because he was more mobile behind that very porous offensive line. But there are some players on that defense who are as fast, almost as fast as he is, and they are a lot bigger. So the risk, of course, always is injury. So we want to make sure that he stays healthy. But how productive is he going to be? Again, rookie. He's
mobile.
He has the poise.
Yeah.
He has the charisma. But is he going to get the help and the protection that he needs?
Yeah, he's been a winner his entire collegiate career. Now he's going to get that shot in the NFL. Quarterback position for the Texans has been really interesting, Keith, as you know, since Bill O'Brien arrived as head coach. This is his, 4th season. We want to take a look now at all of the quarterback changes. It's really mind-boggling when we look how many, not only starters he's had, 9, how many quarterbacks he has used so far during his tenure
there have been a
as
lot.
Head coach right here.
Yeah, 9, as you said, 9 starting quarterbacks during his as Texans head coach. Tonight, get this, would be the 17th starting quarterback change that O'Brien has made in 3+ seasons. That's more than any team in the league.
Let's listen in now to head coach Bill O'Brien.
You have to make decisions, Matt. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make decisions. You can't just sit there and go, well, I can tell you that, we're pretty close to making a decision as to who's going to play. I would say in this case, a lot of different factors go into it that aren't really in our control, maybe. And so I think that, we'll make a good decision for the team, but you just have to say to yourself, okay, evaluate it. You have to evaluate it quick in the NFL, and you have to look at a lot of different factors. And at any position, you have to say, okay, we're gonna stick with this plan, or this needs to change a little bit in order for us to be successful.
All right, head coach Bill O'Brien speaking this past week on what he and the staff look at when they make a quarterback change. all the characteristics you need, and you never know what you're going to get out of a rookie. As good as Deshaun Watson was at Clemson, as the flashes that he has shown so far during this preseason, when the big lights are on, when the games count, that's what we're going to see tonight. Yeah, most definitely. So everybody wishes him well for most definitely, especially on his 22nd birthday. Hopefully he has a really good birthday present and brings the Texans a victory. As you can see, the Bengals fans here are ready. We've been talking to Texans fans who are ready. They're also ready back there at home. And we want to go to our Chip Brewster, who is live at the Bud Light Throwback Thursday Night Kickoff Party. Chip. Sounds like fun. Yeah, are they ready?
Yeah, hey, Keith and Randy. They just wrapped things up here because, of course, 7 o'clock is near game time, so everyone's heading home to turn on KPRC. But I managed to keep one of the families that came out decked out in their Texans gear. This is the Sullivan family, and that is Mark and Heather. And Heather, whether you knew it or not, you have a young dancing phenomenon.
I do. He's a really good dancer. He definitely did not get those moves from me.
No? And what's your name, sir?
Aiden.
And how old are you?
6 3/4.
6 3/4. That's a very important number, so don't you forget 6 3/4. You were out there just rocking and rolling to the band. You even got to dance with some of the Texans cheerleaders. Do you often dance with NFL professional cheerleaders?
Yes.
Yes, he does, obviously, because he knows the moves. I want you to teach me the moves that I need to know to be able to dance with Texans cheerleaders. What were those moves? Show me.
They're like...
Uh-huh. And then what?
And like...
Okay, yeah, and then I think you did something with your feet too, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the secret right there, just for anyone out there that is curious. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Texans. So you guys out here in the gear, obviously some Texan fandom in the family, and you're trying to share that with the kids.
Yes, of course.
Why would someone so young get them involved with the Texans right away?
We are both native Houstonians, and we love football, and we love the Houston Texans.
So it runs in the family, basically.
Yes.
Okay, and we haven't talked about this little cutie here. So, Mark, tell me about your daughter.
This is Emma Elizabeth Sullivan. Say hi.
Hi.
Good job. And she is in also Texans gear, but I think I overheard someone saying possibly wanting to be a cheerleader.
Uh-oh.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes? That means that you, in turn, we talked about him having the moves to dance with cheerleaders. You have to have the moves to dance with young men that come up and want to party with you. Do you think that you'll be able to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, he said yeah, too. All right. It's a family affair out here. I love it. What'd you guys think of the band?
Awesome. They were great.
Yeah, and they kept the party going. We had a bag set, ping pong, beer tent was open, food was being provided. All in all, a big party. It was 5 to 7 here at Bagby, free, completely open to the public. If you missed it, it's okay. I'm sure you'll get an opportunity again in the future. Guys?
All right, thanks a lot, Chip. Appreciate it. Good stuff out there. Looks like a lot of fun. He's having with Texas.
Sounds like fun.
Hey, we've been talking about the Texans offense, especially at a quarterback. Let's talk now about the two defenses now for both teams. Let's begin with the Texans, Keith. And it was not a good start at all Sunday, that loss to Jacksonville. Texans defense -4 in the turnover margin. When you look at the NFL rankings, that puts them dead last right now. That has to change. When they're at their best, they're causing and creating turnovers. They gave up 155 yards. That's rushing yards, 155, 27th in the National Football League, and no sacks against Jacksonville and Blake Bortles. They had very little pressure on Bortles on Sunday. No sacks at all. Those numbers have to improve. This defense had a bunch of them last year. They've got to get production out of J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney, not to mention Whitney Merciless and the other guys like Bernard McKinney as well.
Yeah, and the only good news for the Texans is that the Bengals defense is just as bad. The Bengals defense did not put up very good numbers at all last week. As a matter of fact, we talked about that very first stat, the -4 turnover margin. They are tied with the Texans for dead last in that category in the NFL. They gave up 157 yards rushing, so just slightly less worse than the Texans in that category. They did have one sack at least, but very poor showings for both teams on offense and clearly on defense as well.
Yeah, that's got to change for sure. And Cincinnati losing at home to Baltimore, unlike what they normally play like. Marvin Lewis, I think, is going to have these guys ready to play some football tonight. Now, a little bit of a rivalry has really developed over the last several years between the Texans and the Bengals, not only during the regular season, Had a couple playoff games as well. With the local connections, it's natural.
The very first playoff win for the Texans was against the Bengals. So.
That's right. And how about J.J. Watt, just a couple of years ago, having some fun with Andy Dalton. We know Andy Dalton, class kid from Katy, a great family. They still live in the Katy area. They'll be watching from their home tonight. Kind of a rivalry, not a feud at all, because there's respect there, but they had a little fun a couple of years ago.
Yeah, J.J., he's gone back and forth with a few quarterbacks on social media before, and he made a comment about Andy Dalton last year. Andy has the nickname as the Red Rifle. You know, he has a pretty decent arm.
Yep.
And joking around, after being able to sack him at least one or two times during a game, J.J. referred to Andy as the Red Rider,
as opposed to the Red Rifle.
As opposed to the Red Rifle, yeah. Yes. And so that ruffled a few feathers. Didn't hear anything about it from Andy Dalton himself, but J.J. did talk about it.
Our goal was to come out here and make the Red Rifle look like a Red Rider BB gun, and I think we did that.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That was, at the time, it was seen, it didn't go over too well. But again, Andy Dalton didn't say too much about it. He just kept on playing. And we're going to see if they have the opportunity to converse tonight in any way whatsoever.
We will find out. I was watching JJ work out before the game down on the field, doing his drills. He looked good. He looked focused, ready to go. Had those earbuds in. He's listening. Whatever his pregame music is, hopefully it's good, and hopefully he gets results coming up tonight. All right, let's take a look at the history now between Andy Dalton and the Texans. We touched on it at the top of this broadcast with 6 career matchups against the Texans. Keith, he's only had one victory. He's 1-5 overall against the Texans. Not good numbers, and he'll admittedly say that. He's got to improve against this Texans defense that he respects a lot.
Yeah, in those matchups, he's 1-5. It's an overall record. He's only thrown for 3 TDs, thrown for 7 interceptions, passer rating of 68.9, and so he certainly would love to improve his numbers tonight and do a lot better because, again, he has been feeling the heat and hearing it from Bengals fans over the last couple of days since that bad loss on Sunday.
All right, we're just getting started here outside of Paul Brown Stadium. We'll get another look at the Texans. We'll hear from the fans. They're breaking out these color rush jerseys tonight as well. Pretty good look as we continue to get ready for kickoff here in Cincinnati.
So we have breaks?
We sometimes go on planes. Most of the time, we sometimes drive to them. Like last year, a lot of us drove to Green Bay. So I mean, it's just, we're just dedicated to come and hang out with, watch our Texans.
We want to show other cities that we represent our team, good or bad. We're here.
All right, there's some of the fans weighing in as well. I think we're ready for kickoff tonight. 7:25 kickoff. What else can you say? It's been a short week, short turnaround. The Texans have been forced to make corrections. We'll see if it all pays off and begins at quarterback tonight.
Yeah, we will be watching tonight, and it's all going to come down to can the young man who has so much poise, so much charisma, so much ability, is he going to be able to use all of that? Will that be enough to help the Texans win? He's going to need a lot of help from that offensive line and from his defense as well.
That's right, and they need a running game tonight. That'll be in charge for Lamar Miller to take care of business. That'll do it for now outside of Paul Brown Stadium. We hope you enjoy the game on KPRC Channel 2. For Keith Garvin, I'm Randy McAvoy. So long for now. We'll see you after the game.